Hey everyone, how are we doing? Hope you're having a amazing Monday. Love a Monday, love the start of a new week. It's just a fresh opportunity to shine, really, to go, what can I do this week? What am I looking forward to this week? I can leave last week behind me if it didn't go to plan, if I didn't get my way, if whatever, that's gone now, it's in the past, it's something that we can't change. But a Monday is like a new line. Like, it's like, yes, this is a new week and I can go out and achieve anything. And it doesn't matter if you get to the end of the week and actually hasn't gone to plan, but you can give it your all and assume that it's going to go to plan, and you can assume that everything's going to fall into place. So I get really quite excited about a Monday. It puts me that fire in my belly, even though I've got a bit of a sore throat, so I'm a bit croaky. I apologise for that. I have got some tea next to me in my power team mugs, actually. It says, believe in yourself and it will happen. I haven't used this mug for ages. So what did I want to pop on and talk about? Limiting beliefs a little bit. You are in this group because you want to do a challenge to get 4 teamies within 4 weeks. That involves being a little bit brave. It involves stepping outside our comfort zones. It involves a bit of having faith in believing something will happen even when you haven't seen the results, or perhaps you haven't done it before. We get confident in something when we've proven to ourselves that we can do it. So the more we do something, the more confident we become at it, because the more we build this belief within ourselves of what's possible and what's not. And yesterday I put a post out in here, which was, if there was like a magical fog for 24 hours, and within that 24 hours, everybody you spoke to and asked to join your team would say yes, how many people would you speak to? And I was expecting, to be honest, most people would be like 100, 200, whatever. Like, everyone's going to say yes, I have this enormous team. And because that's kind of how I would answer the question. And a couple of people have did that. A couple of people, yes, I'll speak to everybody. Or I think Kerry was like, I'm going to speak to 500 people. And then I panic about how I'm going to mentor them. And then other people are a lot more reserved with, like, oh, I'd speak to 3 because I've got 2 at the moment, and then that would give me this, or I'd speak to up to 10. And people really thought through it in different ways. And I thought it was really interesting to see how different we all are, because we need to be different, because that's what makes the world an amazing place. If we were all exactly the same and had the exactly same attitudes, it would be boring. But from a mentor's point of view, it's quite an interesting one to remind ourselves that not everyone thinks in the way that we think. And actually, as a mentor, it's our job to help those who think differently, or to understand and learn from those who think differently from us as well. Sometimes the way you're thinking is something that we can really, really learn from. And I really enjoyed the question, because I really enjoyed the different answers, and it made me question myself as well. How many people would I speak to if I knew they would all join and they would all be successful? And I think I'd speak to quite a lot of people. I would literally probably sit there for 24 hours and do as much as I can, if I knew they were going to go on and be okay and everything as well. But it's a really interesting one, because part of the things that stops us is this limiting belief of what we're capable of doing. So for a lot of people, it's like, oh, hold on. Am I capable of looking after that many people? Can I visualize myself with a team of 100 people? I was only aiming for 4 to get a promotion, and 4 in 4 weeks. Can I see myself with this bigger team? And we have these blockers and these limiting beliefs that stop us. And we need to kind of go, actually, I can get rid of those. There is nothing stopping me. If one person can mentor 100 people, then I can mentor 100 people. If one person can have a team of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 1,000,000 people, then I can have a team of that size too. None of us are any different from each other. None of us are better than each other. None of us are higher, being than anyone else in here. It's just how we think about ourselves. And I was one of the worst people for limiting my beliefs. And people don't really realize that, because when I joined this business, I kind of got my promotion fairly quickly. So I got my team leader promotion just over 3 months after joining, just outside my double promotion bonus, because I didn't really know what it was or going for it. And then within 2 years and 1 month of joining, I got my executive leader promotion and was earning over £7,000 a month for 2 months in a row for the October and the November, which was just bonkers. So people tend to go, oh, and I won like the travel incentive in my second year, and then run more travel incentives. So people kind of went, oh, Sarah's quite quick at achieving. Sarah hasn't put blockers in the way, or Sarah hasn't done this. It's not true. I'm going to share a slide with you, or 2 slides with you, which I used at a January presentation 2 years ago, and I used them again this one as well. Hold on, that's the wrong one. So this was my earnings for my first 6 months in the business. I hope you can see this now. So I joined on the 29th of September 2014. This was October 2014. I think I earned like £6. Similar in the November and December. January, I had my team lead promotion and I jumped up to earning about £150, and I stayed like that. I got paid as team leader February, March, April. I was on a roll. Yes, I've made it into BDP for the next season. And then in May, I didn't qualify. In June, I think I did. July, I did. In August, I didn't. So you can see my pay went back down on June and September for not qualifying in the May or the August. But really, I was quite steady. It went up slightly. I think I got just under £700 for November. That was quite exciting as a team leader. But really, it wasn't doing much. Right back down for December pay and January pay. And then we got to June, 18 months within my business. So in April, something amazing happened. In April, I promoted 2 team leaders. One of them didn't qualify in May, so I promoted team to group leader in June. Oh gosh, gone too far. So what happened in June? It skyrocketed. So from June, I promoted to group leader. In August, I promoted to divisional leader. In October, I promoted to executive leader. My pay was now way over £7,000. It jumped to over £2,000 in the September and never went back lower until recently. But what was the change? What was the change? Did something magically change in Usborne to allow me to go from this steady little line here to up to here? And the answer is nothing changed within Usborne whatsoever. Everything changed within my own belief. So I had, instead of going, well, what I'd done is the criteria I had to hit back then was £1,500 a month rather than £1,800 a month. So in my head, I had gone, as a team leader, I need £1,500 a month. And I would spend the first week of the month not doing much, thinking my team had it all under hand. Then I would get towards the end of the month and go, oh, I'm going to have to sell some books because we're nowhere near. And I'm going to have this mad panic to scrape together my £1,500. And it was a scrape together, £1,500, and putting in some extra stock and doing some stuff. And it was because I'd put all these limiting beliefs in my head. I couldn't see myself as any more than a team leader. I couldn't see myself with a higher earning. And because I was told we had to do £1,500 a month, that was what I was going to do every single month. I put that blocker there, not the company. I could blame them. I could be like, well, they told me I needed 1,500 and therefore I did it. No, they told me I can sell as much as I want. You can earn as much as you want with this business. You can sell hundreds, thousands of pounds of books. I did a poll the other day in my page, also quite interesting, in my group, of how many books do you believe it's possible to sell in a month? And some people were like, oh, I think it's possible to sell like 1,000. And others were like, no, you can sell up to 10,000 and more. And some were like, oh no, only a few hundred. And it was real interesting because obviously there's people who sell thousands every month in this business. And the sky is the limit. There's nothing stopping you selling as many books as you want. The only blockers we put on ourselves is us. And I did it for a really, really long time until something clicked in me that made me go, I don't want to just sit at this limit anymore. What if I just go for it and do as much as I can? What if I qualify now? I've qualified now. We're on day 4. I qualified yesterday. So on the 3rd of this month, I had my 1900, so 1,900 or something team sales, personal team sales. I don't know what the exact division is on, but I have personally qualified, not at the end of the month anymore, and not just at what I need. It will go far higher than what I need to qualify. And it's getting rid of that limiting beliefs in ourselves. And the same goes with our recruiting, the same goes with our conversations, everything we strip back. We put these things in our head that we tell ourselves, oh, I only have time to speak to 10 people. Do you really? Are you just telling yourself that because this is what you're thinking and you don't see yourself as having more time? Or actually, if you got up 15 minutes earlier, spent 15 minutes of your lunch break, spoke to people while you were stood at a bus stop, whatever, I don't know what your life is like, you could actually fit in more. What if instead of waking up and telling yourself, oh, I reckon I could fit in speaking to 10 people, you went, I'm going to fit in speaking to as many people as I possibly can today. I'm going to post in as many groups as I possibly can today. I'm going to share my video on joining in as many groups as I can today. I'm going to follow up with as many prize draw people as I can today. I'm going to book in as many events as I possibly can today. You can see the difference. One is limiting. Oh, I reckon I've got time to contact 10 schools today. One is I'm going to contact as many schools as possible today. It's very different language and it limits what you do. 4 people is not enough to get a sustainable promotion. I wish it was. I wish I could sit here and go, when you find your 4th person, all of them are going to magically place their £120 order. You're going to have £1,800 worth of sales, and they're going to do that every single month for the rest of your Usborne journey until you decide to go for another promotion, and then you'll get some more people in because you now have changed the goalposts. It doesn't work like that. I wish it did. You need more people. You need to believe you can do more people. You need to believe in your own abilities, that you can mentor more people, because there's always a way. As I loved someone's, I can't remember who now, Catherine maybe, had put, well, what I do is I bring in this many people, but I would change my mentoring process. I wouldn't just message them one at a time. I'd have them all in one chat group or all in one group, and then I can give all the information out. So the reason I have a YouTube channel is because, and I hated video. I swore I was never going to do video. But like this, I couldn't message individually every single person in this group and tell them not to have limiting beliefs. But I can reach you all in one go by doing a video. So I have a YouTube channel now so I can mentor more people in one go. If I'm out and about and someone joins my team, I haven't got time to tell them what to do, I can send them a video about how to get started and what they need to do. That saves me a load of time. That gives them the information quicker. So we adapt to whatever we'd have. You've always adapted in life. Think of every situation you've been through, every time you've gone through a transition, like your children are born, your children start school, you've moved house, you've changed area, you've changed job. So you adapt to be able to fit that in and to grow, to be able to have that work in your life the best way it does. And your business is the same. If you bring on 20 people, you adapt to it. If you bring on 100 people, you adapt to it. If you bring on 2 people, you adapt to it. You will work it, because as humans, this is what we do, and we are so blinking good at it. So take off the limiting beliefs for today. Forget about what you think you're capable of. Go out and just do as much as you can, expecting it to go your way, and see if it makes a difference to your business. Because as soon as you expect everybody to say yes, as soon as you expect them to be able to get on and do it, as soon as you expect it to all go right, magic things really happen. You're capable. People will join. I know for some of you, you feel like you've spoken to millions of people. You feel like you're spending all day, every day talking to people, and they're not getting results. They will come. But I don't know anybody who's stuck at it and haven't had the results. I've known plenty of people who've quit maybe just before they've got the results, but I've not known anyone who's just stuck at it and been so stubborn that it's going to work that it hasn't worked for. Everyone who's really wanted a team leader promotion and get a team, they've got it. They really have. It might take longer than they expected. It might have been slightly harder work. They might have had to do things outside their comfort zone. But it's happened, and it will happen for you as well if you stick with it. So question yourself. Questioning yourself is really interesting. Am I putting a limiting belief on myself? Is there a narrative that I'm telling myself that is holding me back? Or am I doing everything I can because I know I can achieve whatever I can? Have an amazing day, everybody. It's an exciting time. There's a buzz in the air. Things are starting to fall into place. I think April, May, June, July, August are going to be very, very exciting. I think if you make the most of it, at this time. Your paycheck in September, October, November, and December are going to be incredible. So go out there, have a good day, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.